How can you use univariate analysis to detect anomalies in the data? Explain the steps and methods involved. Using univariate analysis to detect anomalies in data, univariate analysis involves examining a single variable to identify patterns and anomalies, outliers. Here is how you can use univariate analysis to detect anomalies, steps and methods, understand the data, gain a comprehensive understanding of the variable, including its range, scale, and type, example, numerical, categorical. Summarize the data, use descriptive statistics to get a quick overview of the data, mean, the average value, median, the middle value when the data is sorted, mode, the most frequently occurring value, range, the difference between the maximum and minimum values, standard deviation and variance, measures of how spread out the data points are. Visualize the data, create visual representations to easily spot patterns and anomalies. Histogram displays the frequency distribution of the data, making it easy to see any unusually high or low values. Box plot shows the distribution of the data, highlighting the median, quartiles, and potential outliers. Scatter plot, useful for identifying outliers in numerical data. Identify outliers. Utilize statistical methods to pinpoint outliers. Z-score method identifies how far each data point is from the mean. Points far from the mean are potential outliers. Interquartile range IQR method uses the spread of the middle 50% of the data to identify values significantly higher or lower than the rest. Percentile method flags data points in the extreme lower or upper percentiles as potential outliers. Analyze and interpret. Examine the identified outliers to determine their cause. Data entry errors, mistakes in data recording can create outliers. Measurement errors, incorrect measurements can also result in anomalies. Natural variability, some outliers may be valid and provide important insights. Document and address anomalies, decide how to handle the detected anomalies. Correct errors, fix any data entry or measurement errors. Remove outliers, exclude outliers if they are not relevant to your analysis. Transform data, apply transformations to reduce the impact of outliers. Further investigation, conduct a deeper analysis to understand the reasons behind the anomalies. Example, imagine analyzing a dataset of student exam scores ranging from 0 to 100. Summarize the data, calculate the mean score, which might be 75. Determine the standard deviation, which could be 10. Visualize the data, create a histogram showing most scores clustering between 60 and 90. Generate a box plot revealing some scores below 40 and above 95. Identify outliers. Apply the Z-score method to find scores significantly different from the mean. Use the IQR method to highlight scores outside the typical range. Analyze and interpret. Identify scores of 20 and 98 as outliers. Investigate these scores to check if they result from errors or genuine variability. Document and address anomalies, correct any identified errors. Decide whether to exclude or transform these scores based on the context. Critically evaluate the use of principal component analysis, PCA, in reducing data dimensionality. What are its advantages and potential drawbacks? Principal component analysis, PCA, is a widely used technique for reducing the dimensionality of a dataset while retaining as much variability as possible. Here is a critical evaluation of PCA, highlighting its advantages and potential drawbacks. Advantages of PCA: dimensionality reduction, simplifies data. PCA reduces the number of variables in the data, simplifying models and making them easier to interpret. Computational efficiency: with fewer dimensions, computational requirements for algorithms are reduced, leading to faster processing and analysis. Data visualization: visualization aid. By reducing data to two or three principal components, PCA allows for effective visualization of high-dimensional data, aiding in pattern recognition and outlier detection. Noise reduction, filter noise. PCA can help filter out noise by focusing on the principal components that capture the most variance, thus improving the signal-to-noise ratio. Correlation management handles multicollinearity. PCA transforms correlated variables into a set of uncorrelated principal components, which can be beneficial in regression analysis and other statistical techniques where multicollinearity is an issue. Preservation of variance maximizes variance. PCA aims to retain the most significant variance in the dataset, ensuring that the most important information is preserved even after dimensionality reduction. Potential drawbacks of PCA interpretability, loss of interpretability. The principal components are linear combinations of the original variables, which can make them difficult to interpret in terms of the original features. Linearity assumption assumes linearity. PC assumes that the relationships between variables are linear. It may not be effective if the underlying relationships in the data are nonlinear. Data scaling sensitive to scaling. PCA is sensitive to the scale of the data. Variables with larger scales can dominate the principal components, requiring careful preprocessing, such as standardization or normalization. Variance-based ignores small variance. PCA focuses on components with the highest variance, potentially ignoring smaller but important patterns in the data that might be crucial for certain applications. Information loss, potential information loss. Although PCA aims to retain as much variance as possible, some information is inevitably lost when dimensions are reduced, which could impact the results of subsequent analyses. Sensitivity to outliers, outlier influence. PCA can be sensitive to outliers, which can distort the principal components and thus the overall analysis. Data structure, assumption of global structure. PC assumes that the principal components reflect the global structure of the data. In cases where the data has a complex, hierarchical, or clustered structure, PCA might not be the best method.